Today on Suncoast View, Florida parents are happy about mandatory recess laws, but the details need some homework. We'll discuss.
Whether it's a romantic date night for two or a ladies' night out on the town, we have suggestions for the perfect outing on St. Armand Circle.
He's a Suncoast celebrity, and we're celebrating his birthday. It's Snooty the Manatee's birthday bash, and his party means big things for the South Florida Museum. All that more right now on Suncoast View.
And welcome to the show. It's a great day to be here on Wednesday, and we're always happy to see our fitness expert, Kelly Jacob.
I don't think I've ever been on with you, Joey. I'm really excited.
I'm usually the man behind the curtain.
I know.
So I'm happy to be up with the ladies.
Waving and screaming.
Waving frantically. Somebody said, post a GIF of what your job looks like, and I found Kermit the Frog just waving his hands. I thought,
yes.
That's me, but I'm very happy that you're here.
I'm
Stephanie
happy to be here.
is spending time with her family this week, so she's getting
sitting beside a lake in Michigan.
Yes.
And a nice vacation.
Out
of the Florida heat. I don't know what the Michigan heat feels like, but I hope
better
that it's
than this heat.
Well, hey, she's on a lake, so it can be that.
Exactly. Well, Kelly, I don't want you to think that I'm spying on you, but I am.
But she is.
I like to go on your Facebook page, and I don't know if you ran to the studio. I'm surprised you're not out of breath, but you have been getting some amazing running in. If you look, you can see Kelly has been clocking her mile run, and the numbers are all very low.
Well,
Which is impressive.
I'm training for the New York City Marathon. I think I mentioned that on here. So this was a 10-mile run we did on Monday, and everything is going as planned. I was sure, and I said this to Joey before, I was sure he was going to pull my blistery left foot picture and put that on, and I'm really happy that it was just my splits.
So you still keep going even with a blistery left foot?
I tape every toe.
Every toe.
It's really,
wow.
This must take a long time.
It doesn't look pretty. My husband thinks it's disgusting.
So does taping help or make it worse?
It just keeps the toes from rubbing together, and yeah, I mean, it salvages the toenails for a little bit.
And that is why we did not show you the blistery foot.
Right, it's gross.
So, I'm like, notorious for not working out, but I've decided, because I have a trip coming up in October, that in August, I want to look sexy.
Sure.
So I decided I was going to run. And I've only been able to make it a mile. So and I feel like I'm dying with that mile. But you make me look so bad.
I was a swimmer, and swimmers are notoriously very bad runners. We don't love running. So do it a little bit at a time.
I struggle with the one.
That's fine. Just do one, and then do it by time. Run for 10 minutes, and then the next time you run for 13 minutes, and then the next. So you just increase a little bit at a time.
They say couch to 5K is very common. There's apps and stuff. You did the first step. You got off the couch. You did the first run. You should celebrate that.
I only can run for 2 minutes at a time. Then I walk. Then 2 more minutes.
There's a method. It's called the Galloway method, and it's a run-walk type method.
I don't want to put Beth on the spot, but isn't it hard to start this time of year when it's so hot? It's like running through gravy.
It's very hot. It's very hot, very humid. This is the worst. This is not running season.
So give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
And there's still time.
Yeah, there is.
Well, my husband was teaching me exactly what you said. You run 10 steps, you walk 10 steps, then you increase your running all the time.
There's different methods, so I can.
We're going to have to bring her back.
When I'm running through my neighborhood, a guy stopped me the other day. I was running through my neighborhood, and he said, "Can I ask you something? Why are you walking so slow?" I was not walking. That was a dead run for me.
That's all right. You're moving. You're moving in a forward direction.
Celebrate the success. Well, one of the things that'll help us all probably run, because it'll keep us a little bit lighter, we're hoping, is in the kitchen today. Chef Judy brought us a selection of summer salads from the Suncoast. What can we look forward to?
This is my birthday, Hanukkah, and Christmas all together, because I'm a salad-aholic, and you are going to look forward to the flavors of summer, mixing peaches, grilled peaches and burrata, some classics, some new dishes, and spins on a Greek salad, beautiful ahi tuna plates, and a special that's happening over at the table, and of course, piccolos. If you're going for that Italian buffet of salads, we've got it.
Oh, great. Well, it's an amazing selection. I cannot wait to see and delve in. Grab our forks, ladies, because we're going into the end of the show.
Kelly can eat anything she wants.
I'm eating all of those salads. All of them.
I call 2 of them.
Well, Beth, we were talking about you running, and I don't know what your running shoes look like, but I know that we had a lot of off-camera discussion yesterday, and we wanted to show you. Beth is known for being a phenomenal dresser. We all comment on it. Our viewers love her outfits. But here was a detail you didn't get to see. Her shoes matched her dress perfectly.
That gray stripe in her shoe was in her dress.
That's amazing. Did you buy them together?
I did not. I bought the dress like years ago, and I got the shoes a couple months ago.
And it just
clicked. I saw them on the shoes hanging in the shelf, and I was like, oh, look.
Wow.
And I just put it
I could hardly talk yesterday for looking at her shoes.
Linda was so
I mean,
distracted.
everybody came up, and they talked about the shoes.
They're incredible shoes. They are incredible.
So it rained yesterday, too, so I had to take them off because they're white and gray, so I didn't want to get them all messed up.
And they have the little, what's the word? Not fringe, but the little...
I think that is
It's like an uncut material.
Yeah, when you
look.
rip denim and you have that little
the
tiny
tapered edge. Yeah,
frayed.
yeah.
Yes, the frayed edges. They're beautiful. Beautiful shoes. We need to invest in a Bobeth shoe cam.
Yes.
It'll sit right here.
Yes.
All right. Well, from shoes to our first hot topic, and it's an important one. A Florida bill passed this year that makes 20 minutes of recess mandatory for elementary schools. But what isn't clearly defined is where that recess needs to take place. The new law passed after Florida parents lobbied for rules to keep free play part of their kids' school day. The Florida Department of Education informed schools last week, though, that they can still follow this rule even if the kids stay in their classrooms. This has drawn much criticism from some parents. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends 60 minutes minimum of exercise a day for kids, as it has important physical, mental, and social benefits. Those arguing against this bill says it accomplishes nothing and may actually do more harm than good. What do we think?
I think they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
we all know that physical activity can give your brain a blood supply and actually make you smarter.
This is something I feel so strongly about, and it's one of the reasons why I have my children in a private school, because right now there's 10 minutes of recess in public schools and maybe 20 minutes, but they can certainly sit them inside if they want to. And there are proven studies that show, like you said, that you have kids exercise before they learn, and they learn better. And I'm not sure why we are forcing our children inside. The point of school is for them to socialize, for them to develop their brains outside. Yes, and also, reading and writing and arithmetic, and I just...
But I think all of it goes...
But if you're not healthy, you can't do reading, writing,
The thing
and
is, all of it goes together. If you've been in a class with some really hyper kids, there's no way you're going to get them to learn or settle down to do anything. Sometimes physical activity helps them get focused because they've used all that energy up. So they have nothing else but to do but focus on what you're saying.
Right.
So I think it helps relieve some of the tension. I mean, I don't think I have a problem with the recess inside if you can make it still active.
If they're sitting at their desk, if playing number games, that's not
recess. I'm thinking more of like sometimes they do those games inside where they get to run around the classroom a little. I'm okay with that.
If it's raining.
That's where I was stuck earlier today, was when I read the law, I thought, oh, this is great. And then I thought, okay, they can be inside. That's the gymnasium or something like what Beth is suggesting. But what critics are writing, and it's blogs and articles and columns all across the state, is free play could just be them sitting at their desk.
Oh, yeah, that's not quite playing.
My son's going to be in kindergarten, and his teachers, he's at community day school, and his teachers, they have an outdoor garden, and so much of the learning is happening outside. And what this child is understanding about nature, rather than doing a unit on birds, he's outside and he's watching the birds and he's describing the birds, and it is incredible to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's an amazing part. The only problem is, if you're the teacher that gets a kid after lunch, sometimes that class right after lunch, because those kids are just so active, it's hard to get anything accomplished. So there has to be a balance where either the class sizes are smaller, where the teacher can get some control over them, or they get help. So, I don't know.
Well, you know what they say about dogs. A tired dog is a good dog. The same things are true about children. You let them run out all that energy, and they're much better sitting in their desk.
That is a great point. And and teachers sometimes too need that time, that recess time, just to give themselves a break. So,
they do.
But somebody's got to watch the kids.
And we should state too that this new law does not apply to charter schools. So this is only public schools. Right. Well, Linda mentioned getting kids tired. This is perfect. Getting kids to bed getting them ready for bedtime can really be a struggle for nearly every parent. But one study says there's really nothing to argue about. Uh-oh, I don't know if this study's going to be very popular.
You don't know us.
Most experts agree that children need more sleep than adults. But it's now recognized that kids' sleep needs can vary from child to child, and that a set bedtime is really more of a social concept than a survival one. In the study, nearly a quarter of the kids resisted bedtime up to the age of 2, but that number doubled as they hit age 5. The study says that bedtime is determined by individual biology, and if parents just throw out the idea of bedtime or set it much later, the resistance lessened greatly over time. All right, easier said than done.
I never thought this was for the kids' purpose. This is clearly for the parents. You know, they just want a break.
And you know, the one thing I learned is kids need structure. So do adults. You need to understand when certain things are going to happen. And it's very important for them to know when they're supposed to go to bed. And I did it with my daughter. She stayed up until I went to bed every night. Not a good idea. With her children, they go to bed at 8 o'clock every night. And I'll have to say, for a grandparent, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm more like you. I'm not so structured with my kids. My schedule isn't structured, and also my children sleep in my bed. So
you're all over the place.
So everybody goes to bed at the same time, or everybody is awake. Because if my husband and I are trying to watch a Netflix show and my kids go to sleep in our bed, ultimately my son peeks his head out and well, everybody has to come. It's bedtime. Everybody has to come to bed. So it's a battle. I try to keep bedtime calm, and I try to do the same thing every night. But I detest.
You don't like it.
Stressful.
8 o'clock was a beautiful hour. My daughter and her family were with me for 2 years, so 8 o'clock, they gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing.
I'm sure you guys have, but waking a child up for the morning and trying to get them to function, that's when you realize that bedtime is important.
I remind them of that every morning.
Yeah, because you know they're not going to function in the morning. They're not going to want to move. They're like, I have babysit some children. I'm like, this is a disaster. You know, I really should have let you go to bed. And sometimes you just have to put the foot down and say, hey, I get you don't want to be here, but you're going to be in this room or in this bed.
Sure.
And I'm going to do whatever I want.
Sometimes because I said so is it important. I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and when my oldest brother was born, my father was working nights, and my mother would keep my brother up, so he was nocturnal. So otherwise he wouldn't see my father for the first couple of years of his life.
Does he still feel that way? Does he still
he's
wake all
settled
night?
into, well, now he's a little older, so he just falls asleep anywhere, but he has settled into a regular sleeping pattern. Well, maybe it would help if he ate healthy. McDonald's wants you to eat healthy with their new burger, but first, they have to get the people to eat it. The signature sriracha burger is loaded with a spicy sriracha sauce, onions, tomato, all right, nothing new there, but it also features spinach and raw kale. This has been part of a year-long move by McDonald's to further feature healthier choices on their menu. All right, now...
I like kale, but I'm not going to go to McDonald's if I'm trying to eat healthy.
Do you feel like they're going to another extreme, though? I mean, they still have high fructose corn syrup in some of their salads, yet we're throwing raw kale on a burger.
I think they've realized that the society wants healthier options, so they're trying to jump on the bandwagon. The only problem is that they have a culture of being so unhealthy, it's going to take more than kale.
And people go there knowing that.
Right. If I'm going through the McDonald's drive-thru, I'm not ordering a kale sandwich.
Yes. I went through the other night and I thought, well, it's really late at night. I'm so tired. Nobody will ever know. So I sneaked through. I placed my order, and the guy says, "Oh, I love your hair. Could I get a selfie with you?" So he took a selfie and put it on Facebook.
So now everyone knows you're at McDonald's.
I was at McDonald's.
At least you were fully dressed and not in your night clothes.
I wasn't sure where you were going
good.
there with a late-night McDonald's run. Well, the new Planet of the Apes movie was ahead at the box office last week, but for 2 of its fans, it's maybe a little more than a movie. Meet Valley and Sugriva, 2 5-year-old chimps from a South Carolina preserve, and they're big fans of a certain simian series. As you can see, they were excited to get their tickets, get some popcorn, they even had some apple juice, and they got very into the movie.
Did they know?
Well, we're hoping that they didn't take any lessons from some of the apes that were in the film. I thought this was cute.
That's very cute.
I don't know if they thought they'd be watching a reality show or if they realized that it was entertainment.
My thing is, how do they know they're going to Planet of the Apes?
Right. Why are they
That's
excited?
true.
Because they don't know where they're going.
Well, what if you went to, what if you went downtown to the Hollywood 20 and somebody brought in 2 chimps?
I would love it. I would love it. Anything with babies and chimps. Babies and chimps.
And he was
It's a good day.
on the show.
Oh, look at him.
Yes, they're really having a good time. So I think it's 2 big thumbs up from the chimps for Planet of the apes.
Well, of course, they win in it, don't they?
Well, no spoilers, but I think
they won the last 2 series.
they're probably happy to see more chimps being recognized on screen,
Yes.
and they got to play. They got to play their own roles instead of actors.
Or maybe it's all true. They are taking over the world. Look around you. They're all chimpanzees in the movie
If there's a
theater.
chimp hosting Suncoast View next week, you'll know that they got to us. It's time for our happy hour forecast, and when we come back, we're going to celebrate a Suncoast celebrity's birthday.
Thanks, Joey. We've got some storms rumbling around the area. You may be hearing thunder out your windows this afternoon. Part of storms that are traveling across the state from west to east. There are a lot of them, and they're forming even in the early morning hours and moving ashore. We heard a lot of thunder before dawn this morning, right up and down the Suncoast. And these are more storms that have formed in the very unstable, warm, moist air that's covering the state. One particularly heavy cell, it looks like it's just out Fruitville Road, just past 75. Looks like it's raining quite a bit out there, and more storms with lots of lightning. So be alert to that. Our high-resolution futurecast shows those storms easing through the evening hours, dry in the overnight, and then more storms forming offshore that could come ashore after sunrise. Here's the next 12 hours. Temperatures cooling off into the upper 70s for the most part, and our chance of rain stays low, but it will creep back up around 7, 8, or 9 tomorrow. Coming up on ABC 7 News at 5, 6, and 7, we'll have the latest tropical weather outlook, the demise of Tropical Storm Dawn, and much more.
What do you get for the man who has everything? That's the question we're asking today, but the man in question is actually a manatee. It's Snooty, of course, the 69-year-old resident manatee at the South Florida Museum. Here to help us learn more about Snooty's birthday bash and everything that's going to be going on at the South Florida Museum is Jessica Shubik. And you are at the South Florida Museum with Snooty every day, Jessica. You are a very lucky woman to be the communications manager for Snooty.
Absolutely.
Because he doesn't talk a lot.
Snooty is not a big talker, so we have to help him with that. We have to do some interpretation and share his messages for him.
Well, it's all in good fun, but his birthday bash is one of the biggest things in the community.
Absolutely.
And it's pretty big for the museum, isn't it?
It is. It's really a great day for us to really give back to the community. It's a free festival for the public. We usually welcome about 5,000 people down to the museum for the festival every year, and it really gives us the opportunity to educate about wildlife conservation as well as a lot about what we do at the museum.
Now tell me about the guest list. You've got some pretty big names on there.
Yes, we're going to have more than 20 wildlife awareness organizations from the community coming out to share their messages and make sure that everybody knows what's going on.
Some of Snooty's friends,
He got to invite some people.
That's right.
They were right there, weren't they?
That's right. Then also this year, right now during Snooty's birthday bash, Snooty has 3 manatee pals sharing his aquarium pool.
Yes, he gets to have friends too for the cake.
That's right. So he has Gail, Randall, and Baca here for his birthday this year.
Oh, that'll be fun. Now, what do you get a manatee for his birthday? Help us pick out some good items that he'll really like.
All right, all right. So there's a lot of things that manatees like. Snooty in particular really enjoys his fresh greens.
Okay.
So of course.
Look over there at Judy.
Yep, lots of salads.
Go that way, Snooty.
Lots of salads for Snooty. Snooty really eats 80 to 90 pounds of fresh produce every day. With the other manatees with him right now, they're up to about 200 pounds collectively a day. So we're feeding nearly 300 pounds of greens, romaine lettuce, kale, carrots, all of those yummy foods that manatees love.
So that's a good gift. What else does he like?
He also really likes clean water for himself in his tank, in his aquarium pool, as well as for his friends out in the wild. We want to make sure that they have unpolluted waters, and in the wild, one of the things that sometimes has negative impacts on manatee health are algae blooms, like red tide. So one fun thing that we thought, not necessarily really for Snooty, but just to keep in mind that manatees need their clean water is this nice Brita water filtration pitcher.
Oh, good.
That's nice. So every time you see the Brita in your fridge, remember that Snooty needs clean water.
Our 69-year-old
And don't do anything to make the water dirty.
Exactly.
And some of those signs out in the wild, they're very important too.
Exactly right. So we have a nice manatee crossing sign. And that's really a good reminder that when you're in the wild, We need you to follow those no-wake zone limitations. We need you to be aware of all the different types of wildlife that might be sharing the water with you, and make sure that you're protecting them.
And for a gift, you can't beat cash.
You can't beat cash, and now is an excellent time to give to the museum. We actually have a wonderful donor who has offered a $50,000 matching challenge this summer. So if we can raise $50,000 from the community, Carrie Yearwood, will match that challenge, and we'll raise $100,000 for care at the museum.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Of course, Snooty and I go way back.
Yes, we do.
History together. Look at that. Look at that now, picture. You will notice that's a later picture because I'm not kissing him on the mouth. Because I was told by his trainer that if you that manatees eat their own poop, so you should never kiss one on the mouth. Of course,
that happens. You know, manatees.
You've never had that come up.
Right. Manatees in our aquarium, obviously, they live in the water, so everything that goes in has to come out, and we just want to make sure that no germs are passing back and forth between.
So don't kiss him on the mouth.
Exactly.
Well, Beth, it feels like there's something happening between these two. We feel some
I think we're in the middle of the chemistry.
Yes. I love that guy, although he is a younger man for me. Snooty's birthday bash and wildlife festival is this Saturday, July 22nd, and for more information, you can go to the South Florida Museum's website. Next, Suncoast for sale.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah. Yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This is an important medical announcement. Barred IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Barred IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Barred Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Barred IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
And welcome back. Now, one of the upsides with living on the Suncoast is not having to deal with a basement. But if you're from the north, that can be a downside because you have a lack of space. But realtor Eric Schrock has the solution. He brought some homes with spacious garage for keeping all our stuff, especially people like me. Like, I don't know where I get these things. And then all of a sudden,
it's all those shoes.
And then you have a garage filled with, you know, things.
Well, that's what the common problem is. Obviously, we don't have basements, and people coming from up north, I mean, that's where a lot of things were stored. It was easy access, convenient, And we don't have that. And so the only place that we have to store things is either in the attic, which is not convenient, or in the garage. And sometimes we need those extra garages. This first home has a 3-car garage. It's down in Northport. It's actually in the Herring Creek Golf and Country Club. Beautiful home. It's 2,400 square feet. It has the 3-car garage. Nice. It has tile floors, features tile floors laid on diagonal, the large sliders going out to the lanai. Still has plenty of room for everything too, a formal dining room that you can have that access. And not only is it a 3-bedroom home or a 4-bedroom home, it still has an office space or a den space, so you can use that for a home office or whatever. Upgraded cabinets, stainless steel appliances, wood countertops, or wood cabinets. That's beautiful open home. Of course, the master bedroom is nice open windows out to the great view that you have in the back. Nice and bright. Pool that is right on a lake, so you have this gorgeous view. And of course, this last picture is a view of the lake that you have in this country club.
Home.
Yes.
So it features a lot. I mean, a great place to have. This next home is in Sarasota. Again, it's a 3-car garage. Plenty of room for that storage, so you can still park your car and still have some storage in there. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home in Sarasota in Pine Villages at Pine Tree. It, again, has a formal dining room, a lot of upgrades, nice open wood floors, nice flowing floor plan that opens up throughout the whole house. The kitchen is, again, a beautiful kitchen. Stainless steel appliances, plenty of room for cabinet space as well as countertops. And this home has that den office as well, so you can have that space that you need within the home itself. The family room opens up to lanai, a nice, bright house, and of course the master bedroom is very good size, has a place for a sitting room as well. It's a beautiful home, lanai, screened-in lanai for outdoor entertainment with a nice
all these homes
greenscape
are really
views.
Nice. They're very
yes,
spacious.
and of course we have to have a dream home of this too.
We do.
That's very nice.
This is a 4-bedroom home. This actually has a 5-car garage. So if you really have stuff to store,
that's
you can
what I'm talking about. My hoarding is not that bad.
But it's a beautiful home, high ceilings, just very well done. Wood trim in a lot of the areas. You can see the wood paneling on the stairs. Family room that opens up to the lanai. This is great because this has a 2nd floor family room as well that opens up to this beautiful deck overlooking the river. It's beautiful, well done with a lot of architectural details. Master bedroom is just beautiful, master suite. And then of course it has a shower that's opened up and it's almost a tropical setting within the master bathroom alone as well.
That is beautiful.
And the deck overlooking the river, and it's just a beautiful view. And then, of course, you know, when you get to the pool, you can see out the outdoor space. This is all overlooking the river. And
that
it's just
is beautiful.
You could entertain all of us, Beth.
And then, on top of that, I can continue to craft my hoarding.
You can buy more shoes.
I can craft it on my hoarding with all that space. All right, well, thank you so much, Eric. Now, you guys want to get more information about any of those properties, you want to visit Sun Life Realty for more information. And of course, we love looking at all the homes, so thanks again. And next, we're going to take you to St. Martin's Arm and Circle to go shopping. We'll be right back.
For more shoes.
Yeah.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Consumer Cellular makes it easy to stay in touch with family and stay within our budget.
Now our cell phone bill is only a fraction of what it used to be.
Our average customers get everything they need for about $25 a month, and plans start at only $10 a month with no contracts.
Consumer Cellular has a great choice of phones. Check out my new one.
I picked this simple phone.
I use my son's old smartphone. Kept my number, too.
Consumer Cellular has been an approved AARP provider since 2008, and members get exclusive discounts.
It's a good thing Consumer Cellular is always there. Because sometimes I need a little help. Sometimes.
We're proud to have received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service among non-contract wireless providers.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of change.
We actually use change. Luckily, there are some things we can still afford.
Like consumer cellular.
Stop paying too much for wireless service. Switch now and for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call 1-800-920-3084. Go online or visit a Target store today.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill, I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to be checking in later on with Chef Judy with the best summer salads on the Suncoast. But Judy, when we think salad, we immediately think healthy, but we need to be careful with the choices. What do we have to do?
You know, Joey, you're so right. First of all, probably salad dressing is your evil twin. So the thing to do is ask them light on the dressing. I prefer not to have dressing on the side because I like it all tossed in, but just saying light on the dressing. Red wine vinegar has a lot less sugar than balsamic, but simple things over at Piccolo's. I often, instead of the meats, I get the antipasto salad with some grilled, either grilled calamari or eggplant on it and zucchini.
Delicious.
Go vegetable.
All right,
This,
so
a Greek salad
hacks.
with carb, perfect. Dressing on the side. So there's all options. You can get grilled fish instead of fried on a salad.
Perfect. All right, so Judy has all the tips. She's going to give us a few more later on in the show. But first, we'll check in with Bobeth.
Well, St. Armand's Circle is now known for its Ladies' Nights events. But the Circle is much more than that. Barbara Pugliese from Just Because is here to tell us all about how St. Armand's can make for a great night out on the town, for a date, or with friends. All right.
It's date night.
Yeah. It's date night.
And you always never know what to wear, what accessories, what to do, so we've solved all your problems tonight.
It's funny because now the Circle has become like the popping spot to visit. You want to
is.
go there to hang out, you can walk to the beach, you can go to a restaurant, you can go shopping. It's like everything is all there in one little area.
And it's awesome because you have so much variety, and that's what I love about it too. So.
Well, speaking of variety, you brought some options for us. Tell us what you brought.
We're going to start with Apricot Lane Boutique down here, and they carry this fabulous line from Italy. It's all reversible clothing that comes in these bags. Ooh. So when you're at work and you're going out for that date, you don't have time to go home and change. So these are great. They don't wrinkle. You don't need to iron them.
That's a skirt?
It's a skirt.
So
and
it comes in the bag?
It comes in the bag. So you throw it in your work bag.
That's
amazing. You don't need to shower. You just put it on and you're like good to go. But is that not the cutest thing?
You have a second outfit.
It's a second outfit. So one side has that bolder fabric, and then the other side a little more conservative. And it just fits in the bag. A cute little drawstring bag.
You're saying great from work to night, but also great if you're traveling, right? Because you can get 2 outfits out of this.
And you can get 40 of them in a suitcase.
Oh, look
So,
at that.
which is really great. Isn't that cute? And this one I think is super cute too. Like if you're going out on a date with the little
And that's a
hearts.
dress?
Oh.
It's a dress. I mean, look how cute.
And then you
it's
can
really
flip it
two
over.
And then you flip it over, and it's like
So-
super easy to flip. I
So you
mean,
guys know what I would do? I'd wear one side to work and
Right.
then pretend that I actually went home and changed and
Right.
then flip it over
Look
and
at
wear
that.
that to
I
my
mean,
date
so
or
great.
something.
And that would be great with these shoes.
And those shoes are good if you're going out to a club or you're walking, so
They
you
look
know,
very comfortable, too.
And the style is really in right now, that wedge with the little lace, which I
That's
love.
really cool. Good find.
So now that you look good, you need to have the right accessories.
Yes.
So here at Just Because, this is my favorite item. It's called a club bag. So on the side it has a zipper, so you can put your
Hold it up
lipstick
so we can get it.
and your credit cards and so forth on this side. Zipper it up so it's safe. And then the top puts every big phone. No
Your
matter how
cell
big your
phone.
phone is, your cell phone fits in the top.
Mine is very big.
Big,
That would
right,
fit.
for the phone, and you can wear it as a wristlet, but what I do, like over the weekend, I wear it as a crossover.
Oh.
So we were at the Improv Fest, so this was great when you're bouncing around and it's like
Yeah.
you look stylish, and they're all hand beaded, which I love. And the best part, they're $28.
Oh, you're
That is
kidding.
cute.
Right.
What a
Handmade.
great gift.
Can we start a movement, please, that men can wear something
You
like this?
can.
'Cause I can't carry my phone in my pants.
Right,
You can't
especially
have a
like
merce.
those big purses, you know, and you know what, that bulky purse, so you're looking cute
That's
with
awesome.
this.
Yeah.
And then we have some great jewelry, a couple from Italy, and it's rose gold mixed with bronze. So a lot of our fashion jewelry, as it wears, it kind of, you see that layering. They've patented the process. It's mixed together, so that's never going to happen. You could cut this in half, and it looks the same all the way
That's
through.
really beautiful
So really
color.
smart, beautiful colors, and it's great for this time of year. It's those warm tones. And then they do different crystal work, some
that's
opals,
pretty.
so you get a little sparkle.
I don't know if you can see those
Yeah.
rings are really good.
Oh, those
Which
are
I love.
big. I like that.
Yeah,
Sneak 'em
and the
down there.
spikes are really into. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
Julie,
yes, I've been
but
looking
that
at
is
earrings.
very trendy, and it has that back part of the earring too, so you're hip. You know.
That's
You gotta look good for the
Alright.
date.
That's really
It
cool.
is. This is a perfect date night for real.
Ladies, we're lucky. You get a night. You get a night on
we,
St.
we
Armand.
do try to impress our significant
Not
others.
just a night, it's just to be,
It's
you
true.
want to
Right.
look good.
And then we also carry these soul warmers, and I'm wearing one of them.
All right.
And it's just great to kind of cover your arms at night, a little coverage if it's getting cold. They just open right up.
So, but it's not a shawl
It's
because
not
it
a
goes
pashmina where you wrap it all over. You just kind of put it right over your head. You can wear it on the bias. You can wear it straight across.
Okay. And it never falls.
Yeah, and it never falls, and it fits everyone, which I love. And the best part is they're so small, you can get them in one of these bags. They don't wrinkle. So
That's really cool, and like I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I know that a lot of ladies that I know don't like to show their arms.
No,
but they
because
want
you
to
want,
still.
you want a little coverage, but plus with all the air conditioning, sometimes you get cold. You just want a little, you know,
Just
not
enough.
heavy.
Not to make you hot, but just enough.
And she's a stewardess, so she actually travels around the world to get the
Oh,
fabrics,
nice.
and then comes home and makes these.
Now, Barb, what if we have a hard time planning what we're going to do on the circuit?
So now that you look good, you got to do something really cool. So Key Culinary Tours is the way to go. They do these fabulous tours downtown Sarasota, out on St. Armands, and everything from culinary, art tours, bike tours, so really cool. But my favorite is the happy hour tour.
Yes.
I like that.
So you do like craft cocktails, local beers, bites, and so forth. So really, I think it's a great date night instead of going to a restaurant.
Yes,
You
and
know,
usually
it's
on a
boring.
date, one person is in charge and the other
Right.
person gets to be the passenger. So it's
Right.
nice
Yes.
both people can be passengers.
And it's a good first date too because you're in a group, but yet you're still alone, so you can do a little bit of both and not feel
like
so
that.
awkward.
So
I think
ladies'
it's
night,
awesome.
lots more
variety
participants
on
coming.
Oh, we got
Circle.
8 more businesses that just joined this month, so you have to check that out. Plus, we're doing Christmas in July this weekend too.
Oh,
great.
perfect.
So-
And
Participants?
here's the
Right.
list of participants.
So
Oh
you
my, it's
definitely
growing.
want to look for those balloons because we've had so many more businesses start this month.
And then
Yep.
Christmas in July. How
yeah.
great.
It's a good time to get on the holidays.
Grab your reversible dress and
Right.
get out there.
I'm telling you. Thanks, Barbara. Okay, so
Thank
the
you.
next ladies' night, as they said, is coming up Thursday, July the 20th. It's going to be from 5 to 9 p.m., of course, on the Circle. And we love to see the variety of things, so thank you, Barbara, for bringing them to us. And next, it's Workout Wednesday. We're going to keep the fitness going. We'll be back.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
I'm Cindy Lou. I'm Susie. I'm Missy. And I'm Betty Jean. And we're the Marvelous Wonderettes. Mr. Sandman.
Experience the best girl group songs from the 50s and 60s live on stage at the Players Center July 12th through the 23rd. Call 941-365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll fall in love with the Marvelous Wonderettes.
I'm so alone.
from our studios on Florida's Suncoast. This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilkes. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Surrounding airports are adding new destinations for travelers, but those new routes seem to be skipping the Suncoast. The alternate options SRQ taking to bring more traffic through its terminals. And a blind dog gets locked in a hot car. How Sarasota County deputies are able to get him out and use this as a reminder about your pets. Now, let's head over to Steve.
Haley, we've got storms just boiling up in the heat and humidity across Florida. You can see that right now in eastern Sarasota County and all across the heart of the Sunshine State. And there are thunderstorms to boot. You can see them all up and down, especially one particularly heavy one that formed just out Fruitville Road, moving eastward into DeSoto County. We'll have the complete weather outlook and our tropical weather outlook coming up in ABC 7 News at 5 o'clock. Stay tuned.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
TRX training was invented by a Navy SEAL who wanted to continue his training from anywhere he could hang his strap. Well, the newest addition to the TRX program is called the RIP Trainer. It sounds a little scary, but it's one of the tools that Yvette Bernosky uses to help her gym members get stronger and build their core muscles. Welcome back, Yvette.
Thanks for having me back.
Now, the RIP Trainer, I think we're ready to graduate because the last time you were here, we did try the TRX workout with the straps. You actually pulled the van right out back. So that was the first, we mastered it as best we could, but I think now we are ready to move up. So tell us a little bit about the RIP Trainer.
Okay, fantastic. Well, the RIP Trainer is another device that's made by TRX with the same, kind of concept behind it, that it's going to help you work on your posture. It's going to help you work on your core. It's a great way for working on balance. You can do a lot of sports-specific exercises with it and develop power, too.
All right. Now, normally, I know when you do it in a gym, it is attached to an anchor. You have a very, very professional setup. We've asked you to recreate that in our studio, so you brought two of your strong trainers are right here with you. So let's let you walk the ladies through a couple of the exercises.
Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is going to be a chest press with a squat. So I'd like for you to take your RIP Trainer and hold it straight out in front of you. Your hands are right in the middle of the black, and you're going to take your RIP Trainer with your posture back, your shoulders down, your abs in, and go ahead and squat back as you bring the RIP Trainer right towards your chest. And then as you stand up, push out. You have to squat back and push out. So what you should feel is part of the RIP Trainer is trying to pull you off balance.
Feel it pulling me.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is,
what do they have to do to counteract that it's pulling them on one side?
Okay,
what do they feel?
Yeah, so what they need to do is they really need to tighten through their core. They need to maintain good posture. And she's firing off so many muscles in her body right now, through her abs, through her glutes, her legs. You can see the posture's in really good alignment. So you're getting a lot of work on this exercise. It's a combination exercise, so it's actually 2 exercises in one.
Do you feel it on your
I actually feel it so much in my core and my shoulders.
It's like someone is
in my legs. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's like they're pulling you back, and you almost have to force yourself forward.
So let's see the next one.
Okay, so I'm going to have you face
Linda,
toward me,
you can
Babette,
have
and
it.
Linda, you can take this one. This is going to be a walking side plank. So now you're going to be facing towards me, Linda, so you're facing sideways to the anchor. I'd like for both of you to take your rib trainer right above your head, set your shoulders back and down, and you want to hold it straight up, keeping good alignment in your posture. So this is a walking side plank. Step to the side. Step to the side.
Hey, let go my
Step to the side. Okay, good. Now step back, step back, step back. Good, and let's do this one more time.
I can do it.
Yes.
One.
Yep, so it's a walking side plank.
Three.
Coming back is the hardest because he's pulling
It's like scaling a building.
and you're trying not to.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, so we'd like to pull you right
In
back.
fact, while they continue to do their walking side plank,
Yes,
you're about
okay,
to
continue.
launch.
Yes.
You're about to launch Thinner Winner, which is
Yes.
a challenge that you've done, and it's been a huge in the community. Tell us a little bit about how it works.
Right, so this is going to be our third time doing Thinner Winner for the community. It's a 5-week program, and what we do is we have about 150 classes and events for the community. We've got about 27 sponsors, local sponsors on board with us this time. And so we have teams of 4 to 6 people that can participate. We can take up to 15 teams, and people can win on different things, whether they lost the most body fat, they lost the most inches, they attended the most classes. But what we do is we offer them
They ran a mile.
Yeah,
That's a great way to get the group mind that you need sometimes to get that extra push, and you can do it with the professionals. Well, while you do your third exercise, we're going to let everybody know where they can find out about the Thinner Winner Challenge.
Okay.
It kicks off July 22nd. And it lasts for 5 weeks. For more information how you can join Thinner Winner, visit Yvette'sFitness.com. All right, while the ladies keep with their RIP training, we're going to head out, but when we come back, we're going to hear a few more stories from Linda's Ireland travels. We'll be right back.
On the side, on the left. There you go.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and co-insurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans. And prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-800-558-8779.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
We've been hearing stories all week of Linda's wonderful trip to Ireland. And Linda, I know that you visited a lot of churches and you had your granddaughter. Did you all learn anything?
I learned a new Irish blessing. After the famine and so many people migrated from that country, the blessing was, may you have a baby every year, because they needed to repopulate. So we were in a big church. It was very quiet. There was about 100 of us, and they said, and what the men were looking for in those days were women with very big hips so they could have a lot of babies.
Wow.
And my granddaughter spoke up and said, oh, Grandmommy, you would have been so popular. You've got the biggest hips of anybody.
I hope she was grounded.
Children are so darn honest.
You're like, thanks a lot, Grandma.
I think I was just born in the wrong century.
There you go.
They would have loved me back
What
then.
a great trip and get to spend with the generations in your family. Well, we're going to be hearing even more. We still want to hear about the Irish food, but next, we want to hear about the food that's in our kitchen. We're going to check in with Chef Judy and the best salads on the Suncoast.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. The murder of a Suncoast girl is back on the spotlight after her killer is granted a new sentencing trial. Joseph Smith was convicted of the 2004 murder of 11-year-old Carly Bruscia and sentenced to death. But a new trial could change that outcome. Taking a quick look at Suncoast Traffic Watch in Bradenton. Traffic moving pretty well right now. Slight congestion on 301 and 41, but no crashes being reported right now. Let's get another check on the weather with Steve.
Scott, coming up, we'll be taking an early look at the weekend weather forecast coming up. And I'll give you a hint. There's probably going to be more of this boiling up, these thunderstorms in the midsummer heat that just prevails across Florida, and a lot of humidity too. We no longer have Tropical Storm Dawn to kick around. It's gone, but we'll take a look at what else is happening in the tropics coming up on a newscast in just a few minutes.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now before it's too late.
Make us fun! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
Coming up Thursday on Suncoast View, are pesky mosquitoes ruining your summer? Well, we'll learn how the county is using fish to control mosquitoes on the Suncoast. He's gone by Tugboat, Typhoon, and the Shockmaster. We've got a professional wrestler. He's going to knock us out with some wrestling secrets. Plus, we take a coffee taste test with local brewers, and the Spice and Tea Exchange is in the kitchen.
All right, well, welcome back. Right now we're in the kitchen with Chef Judy, and you're going through some of the best pastas.
No, the best salads. You wish, sweetie.
No,
that's a pasta salad. No, we're going through the best salads. Some of them do include some pasta, Beth, but a lot are just a great variety. So you'll get a little bit. Let's start over at Apollonia Grill. Now that's over by where BJ's is, across from the UTC Mall. One of my absolute favorite Greek-style Mediterranean, but light and fresh modern interpretation. And yes, they make their own pita bread, but the orzo kale salad is so delightful in this hot weather. Grilled shrimp, yes, you could get it with grilled shrimp, get it with grilled salmon or chicken kebabs. They have a new roasted beet and burrata cheese, which is that fresh mozzarella that's even creamier. Their watermelon and feta, nice modern interpretation with a fig glaze and toasted pine nuts. My husband's favorite is the traditional Greek salad, which does not have lettuce in it. And the traditional Mediterranean or Israeli salads. Grilled lamb chops, fantastic. Even the grilled lemon on top, very healthy, light, fulfilling. And of course, this Greek salad, and I'm known to power walk UTC Mall and run over there and get the Greek salad with grilled salmon. So that's Apollonia Grill, love it. Now, Cafe Barboso, yeah, we love the pasta, we love the pizza, we love the tempura artichokes, but let's be a little bit healthier, and there's some great options. This is a grilled peach salad.
Wow.
So, I know, right?
Never heard of
So delicious, so fresh, so light, and it has, again, burrata cheese, basil, and roasting or grilling your peaches is a great way to do peaches and plums in a salad for the summer. So that's a great salad.
What happens to the flavor when you grill the peaches?
It actually cuts down on the sugar just slightly. I'm glad you asked that. So it caramelizes just slightly, but when you bite into it, it's not quite as sweet. So you balance it out with a little balsamic. You must try that.
Really
You're gonna really love it.
That and the watermelon.
Yeah, exactly. And an arugula salad. Now, avocado, so that's a healthy fat for you, as you know. Love just a nice fresh, bright, but this is my favorite.
Yes. Really?
This is a chopped salad, so it comes a cold chopped salad with hot, known as meatballs on tops, and to me, that's the yin and yang.
Wow.
And you have to try it to believe it, but it's like, you can have your meatballs and eat it too, right? So that's a great low-carb option. Coming over to Felipe Creek, and I know you looked at the pasta, this is an Asian noodle salad, so it has those delicious Asian noodles in it. Really beautiful flavor, bright radishes. This is the Cobb salad. My husband swears by the grouper Cobb salad, but I want you to know you can get the grouper or a different fish grilled. They have, now this is the newest version of salads, is being able to have your salad handheld. So this is the ahi tuna lettuce that really is a salad with pickled red cabbage, very bright, a little bit spicy, fantastic. So it's like eating your salad with your hands, which I love to eat with my hands.
Yes,
So
right.
that's
Roll
like,
it up in the
Are there
leaves.
certain lettuces that are better for those types of lettuce wraps?
Butter lettuce, the Boston Bib is what you really want to work with because it's going to fall out if you're using romaine. Also, like a curly leaf is going to work as well, but butter leaf lettuce, or also known as Boston Bib, is definitely the one. This is, I sit down at Felipe Creek Oyster Bar. I don't need a menu. I just get the Calypso salmon salad, sweet plantains, a bright citrus dressing, and again, I just say light on the dressing. You can also switch out your wanted grouper or snapper or something like that, or shrimp on it, but I always go with the salmon. So great options. And then over at the table, which is really exciting, on their summer dinner menu, they have a California grilled shrimp salad. And I had this last week. It was so substantial. I couldn't believe the amount of jumbo shrimp. Fresh and bright and great flavors in it. Now, we're getting to your pasta, Bobette.
Pasta insane
because this is, oh my gosh, this is Piccolo's Italian Market. Now, of course, they have their regular antipasto salad. On special, they have an Italian rice salad. So what they're doing is they're taking some of their giardiniera that they make right there, and they're tossing it very traditional, very light and bright salad with carrots and celery, and there's Kalamata olives and the pickled cauliflower. Then, of course, a pasta salad with delicious olives. And this is the pasta, that's the rice.
All right.
And then an arugula salad. This is their piccolo salad with grilled chicken. Joe, you'll like that? Great before your workout. Arugula, fresh Parmesan.
Forks.
And antipasto. You all have forks, so everybody dig in. So many great salads, more to come from the Suncoast because there's just so many delicious.
Judy, and I know that you're also doing a giveaway through the dining page. People can register. They can go to mysuncoast.com/dining to register to win gift certificates to some of these great restaurants.
That's right. We give them away every Wednesday.
We also want to remind you, as we're delving into our salad, that you can check out Snooty's birthday party this weekend. Snooty's Birthday Bash at South Florida Museum. You can also register after your salad for the Thinner Winter Challenge at vetsfitness.com. 5-week program, great way to work off the salads that you haven't had, or in Bobette's case, she can have her pasta.
That's right.
All right, well, we're going to dive in. Thank you, Kelly. Always a pleasure to have you.
Yes, Kelly.
And Judy, thanks. Great choices.
My pleasure.
Keeping us
We're
out.
going to dig in. Don't forget, take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast beer.